Alright, everybody, welcome back. We are back with Ace Attorney. Hi! Last time we left off... Where am I? How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm also gone for some reason. That's scary. Ooh. There I am. Last time we left off, a lot happened. We might have accused Emma of a crime. And she might have actually done it. Emma might have accidentally killed a man. Edgeworth also might be going to jail for, forgery, unintentionally. And also... this guy probably killed a man. There's a lot of crime going on right now. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. It's my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Shoo. Ugh, looks like I'm interrupting something. Guess I'll come back later. I've been sick? Oh no. Hope you feel better. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Oh. Got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run around all around while on duty. To top it off, you call me here? I've seen happy people at funerals. There was this one funeral where there's a guy everyone hated. And they said, I think it's good that he died. And I was like, oh, dang. That's crazy. You ever been to a funeral like that? Anyway, what are we talking about? I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, pal, this is the last time. Yeah, she asked me to give you this. It's evidence law for babies. Is that a little baby dog with a comically large pipe? Oh. Anyway, here. She asked me to give you this. She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule: no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Could at least study some evidence law, really. Why is my phone buzzing at me? The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's not in my inventory yet. Him? So I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Explains the 2 rules. That's a lot of words for 2 rules. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. So you're wrong, detective. Let me take a look at... I keep talking to him. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? I'm still sitting in the prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me? Mr. Edgeworth? No, I don't get it. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? This case has been going on for 7 streams. Please. I want to go home, Mr. Edgeworth. Your credibility's all but been ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. The Sky found out she's unwittingly caused the man's death. Now you're telling me we want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal! You're missing the point, Detective. There's 2 more games after this. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. Huh? She really stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? I'm going to expose him. No matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Let me read my book. No. No. Hold on. Your Honor. Your Honor. Hold on. Your Honor. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, this isn't easy for me to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witness? I didn't say that! You see, everyone's been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth the further witness. Hold on, pans over the Phoenix. Give me a second, I gotta read my book. Is this the only page? Are the rest of the pages blank for me to color in? The rest of it's a coloring book with a little duck with the comically large pipe. No evidence shall be shown without approval from the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. Sure. Whatever. What? There's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Sheriff has found a way to continue the trial. Very well, the defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Then it's set. Let me save real quick. The defense may now call forth the witness. Mr. Wright? Exclamation point. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, the trial is as good as over. Time finally come to bring out the real murderer. Oh, well. I wonder who it could be! Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? Slams desk. Me! As a defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He'd also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True! Can we get a true in chat? I need that emote. Oh, but I don't have enough. And also, emotes are members only. YouTube needs to add a universal true emote. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some sort of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Damon's name almost spells demon, but I don't know what Gant is supposed to be. I don't know either. I'd have to look at the Wikipedia article. I also don't know what the Thunderbolt hair design, but then the seashell type beard. I guess that's supposed to be like he talks about swimming. I don't know. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hard, boy? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Is that the killer? Perhaps. Probably. I mean, he's... he's kind of low-key evil right now. He's also a cop. And he has threatened people on multiple occasions. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, right. Oh, what's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, when do you mean that time Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Son, you're either very brave or very foolish. Can you try looping him? Yeah, hold on, that should do the trick. You're aware, of course, that a chief of police has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Yes, like a gun. Or a taser. Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What if I just said no? What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Oh! I thought it was just, like, pleading the fifth. No, the chief of police just... Okay. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, this turns out to be a big waste of my time. Don't say I didn't warn you. Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. It's that when Dark was arrested. Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems he bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. Also seems, like, suspiciously vague. I better hit him hard and fast. Crushing him a day, that adds up. How did he escape? Let me look at my evidence. We had the trophy. It's missing the knife. Timus has just invited me to play Dead by Daylight. I don't own Dead by Daylight. What was I saying? Guess he was that impressive with my looping the killer skill. Hold on. Timus has sent me a sticker of G-Man. Okay, anyway. What was I saying? Okay. This is probably evidence we could use on something. This is missing... because it's missing the knife. He has the knife in this photo. The shield with the knife, and then now it's missing. Pot. Evidence list. Can I read it? Oh, great. The piece of cloth and evidence law for babies. God, I love this freaking duck. Let's press him on this. How'd he slip up? Right. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. How is the elevator running if the power was out? He got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden. And I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as with Neil when he had that... Wait, so... What? Wait, hold on, let me read that again. What? So you ran after him immediately. Dark made it to the elevator first. Neil and I split up. He went upstairs, I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. The elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. So were you on the elevator, or was he a... Huh? Yeah, your fox is cute. Is Edgeworth? Who was on the elevator? Because now you're talking like you were on the elevator. That's not funny. How'd you go to your office? What? Huh? It was a shocking sight. You and the serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head when he was knocked out. Next to them was those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Huh? How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It's already been moved. How do you know? So that means... You found the body near Lana's desk. That's right. I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Oh. Apparently, he's just assuming what I said is correct. Anyway. I had nothing to do with the forgery. Do you think you'd ever play games like Danganronpa? I mean, probably not. It doesn't seem like the type of... I have to ask. I've heard conflicting things about Danganronpa. I'm not sure. I need to ask the Danganronpa expert. Hold on. Hold on. Sammy streaming Danganronpa, bad or good? I need an expert opinion. It has been requested by chat. Message has hit the group chat. Don't do it. Oh. Danganronpa is similar to Ace Attorney, but much more gory. I don't recommend it if you don't like gore. Not particularly fond of it. Danganronpa plays very differently from Ace Attorney. See, I'm already seeing conflicting reports. Anyway, forgeries. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office. That's exactly what I'm saying. I understand how Lana must have felt. Removing a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. That's how it really went down. Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. Hey! If you're going to stare at anything, better off staring at the court record. Worthy, worthy, always is the smooth talker. What piece of evidence ties him to the forgery? Let me save. I meant the themes, kinda. The themes of Ace Attorney are... What are the themes of Ace Attorney? Finding truth. Childhood trauma. Murder. Getting haunted by ghosts that give you advice. You have a class debate? Oh man, I remember having to do class debates in high school. It sucked. I have gotten a report from the Danganronpa expert. Please do not, ever. I can recommend a billion better games in the genre. Noted! Exclamation point. Thumbs up emoji. Send. Okay, there we go. It has been decided by the High Council that Sammy will not be playing Danganronpa. I consulted experts for this. Thanks for at least considering it. It's no problem. Anyway, what was I talking about? What we're doing? Oh, right. Explain This, then. In your office. Okay, that was... I'm like, it can't be that obvious, right? And no, it was that obvious. Guess I can close Discord now, so I don't get distracted. I like how her response was, not streaming it's a bad idea. It was, please do not do that ever. Like, it's imperative that I never do it. Anyway, if you really had nothing to do with the forgery, how do you explain this? What's that? What's that on it? A handprint? Chief Gant, your explanation, please. I don't know, you tell me, son. What is... You presented me a cloth. Context? I have my context shirt, my context hat, and my context sign on. What is that? My dear Righto, don't you know? Second rule of evidence law? Not this again. You should play the Saw game for the Xbox 360 instead. Sorry, I don't have an Xbox 360. And also Saw is too scary. I go, eek! You don't want me to go eek, do you? Which one? You mean there's multiple Saw games for the Xbox 360? There are two! Oh. Eek! Scary! My friends were telling me the other day about all the reasons Jigsaw does torture to people. And like, he's really petty, huh? He's like, apparently he like started torturing a janitor because he was smoking. Like, what is his problem? Like, why'd he do that? I'm starting to think this guy who tortures people doesn't have a really great moral compass. Put a janitor who smoked his whole life against a normal guy in a breathing contest. Damn. Anyway, evidence law. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to the trial? Use your words. It appears the defense was not prepared. Well, let me just... Can I explain what it is? Please accept my profound apologies, Chief. Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay. I'll do it just this once, only because you asked, Udgy. He's like, well, since you asked nicely. Thank you, I assure the defense is terribly sorry. Yeah, sorry I didn't nail you. Huh. Oh, the list. The list. Have you ever had dinner in bed? No, because I'd be too worried about accidentally getting my bed messy. I feel like that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Objection!
Claiming you had nothing to do with the forgery. I'm afraid that claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. I'm having dinner in bed right now. What are you having? What are you... Reminds me of the post. Actually, I can't even remember what exactly it is. It's something to do with soup in bed. Spilling soup in bed. Chicken soup. Oh, do not spill your soup in bed. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example. That's the list in Skydrew or Bixron. This was discovered in your desk. Not only that, a piece of this jar was sitting in your office. It was found inside your safe. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in this legal investigation. Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Oh, me? What do you mean, you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do that, so too. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What did you say to me? What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying Thorg. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding those pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Let's see, what was it now? The jar fragment in the list. Well, I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. According to the crime scene, wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? We're investigating the crime scene. You should have been more careful to observe the protocol. You do understand that I'm the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief Grant, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is... well, you know. Alright, Hudgy. Return, though. I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys? What are they doing? Man in my office, let's see. Do I have anything that, like, proves... Not really. When these pieces of evidence were discovered. Found after dark was convicted that they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Hmm. I guess we could just press him for now. I know, you could have planted them in my office. I'd appreciate if you stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? How do you know, back in the day, I broke into a cattle ranch and... Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Well, you can't prove that you didn't carry evidence, can you? If you can prove the contrary, you're going to need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints are found. Yeah, so they're found inside my safe. It proved his investigation was illegal. Everybody saying what slime is this guy? I'm confused. We have Detective Gumshoe. What do you mean by that? It was all purely hypothetical, of course, but suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. If concealing the evidence found at the crime scene isn't forgery, not through speaking at Righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. Found after Dark was convicted, they would be worthless. Saying that this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? Fear not, after all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have been suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient, right? She was talking about a possibility, so as long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Come on now, Righto. Think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Damn it. Remember? What was it that murdered Neil? Not sure I care for the word murder here, but in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, how do you see? Wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gant. At the very least, there is one large benefit you've been reaping from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What's this benefit? That would be, of course, the position you have. Chief of Police. Oh. Resolution of SL9 is secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's a good one. Huh. You really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. Resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yeah. Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Be careful with him pointing that finger. Or else you might be the one being pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. You didn't do it for yourself, and you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Audrey, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there wasn't nothing in it for me. So you admit you'd do it if there was, though. Nothing in it for you. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. You're right, you don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime, tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Oh no. Huh. Oh. Would he have helped someone out? I mean, he could use, I guess, blackmailing Lana? Let me save. You know what, let me also... I need my drink. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Whoop! Important to stay hydrated. Anyway. Did I save? I think I did. Let me save again anyway. Point out accomplice. True, you might not help anyone out for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to betray the chief. As a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant might have helped forge evidence? Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana, the defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? As for Chief Gant, he'd also have the reason to help Lana if she asked him to. The reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, wait. Oh, you meant metaphorical. Oh, I admit it, Chief. You assigned Lana Skye in forging. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Oh, my boy, you have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? No. She keeps him quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless this is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one? There are multiple incidents. There are a lot of incidents, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm confused. Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. Chief Prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. When did this picture show up? Why are they now just showing this? I don't think we've seen that before. Earthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. What do you mean by that? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman, and he is going to kill people who call him out for it. Not only that, but the Chief is making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order, order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious! Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse Chief of Police of blackmail and murder? It's impossible. You're telling me that the police are corrupt? Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. What? Why do I hear boss music? Why is there a health bar appearing on the screen? It's like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? Maybe? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. I don't know. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. A very large man who can't fit in frame. We'll never know what the top of his head looks like. Question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. Better be good. Show us the evidence that ties you. Um... Okay, let's just go through what all we have. It's not my badge. It's not his ID. It's not the trophy. No prints. It's not the parking ticket. It's not the Blue Badger. It's not the autopsy report. It's not the note. It's not the phone. He wasn't in the parking lot. It would have had to have... Where would it have happened, actually? Not the crime photo, not the shoe. Not the knife. Maybe the ID record? But he'd have to have, like, stayed in there for... like an hour. And not be seen. I have not figured out where the actual... Where did Bruce Goodman actually die? Because if we're saying that Lana just stabbed him... Did it happen in his... How did Bruce Goodman die? And where? Because it couldn't have been in the police department. Because... It could have been there because, someone would have seen him. Multiple people were going in and out of the office. And also he'd have to move the body with no one seeing him, which is impossible with that many people around and that many security cameras. If it was in the parking lot, someone would have seen him. But if it wasn't in the parking lot, someone would have seen him. Who killed Bruce Goodman? How? Because if it's not Lana, if Lana just stabbed the body in the trunk, then the trunk had to have always been in Edgeworth's car. I mean, no, the body had must have always been in Edgeworth's trunk. Not yet. Give me a second to think about it. I'm trying to... So if the body was always in Edgeworth's trunk, he'd have to kill him. Killed him at the police department. And he did call Edgeworth to move something out. Yeah, he called Ed. He went into the evidence room, called Edgeworth 20 minutes later. Let me look again. No, because... Okay, no, the other Bruce Goodman is the fake one. That's actually the cowboy. So... So... Okay. 420 is in the time frame where Bruce Goodman could have died. That's what the autopsy report says. It was like 30 minutes. Like, let me double check. Let me double check the autopsy report. Within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So there's between 2:30 and 5:30. Okay. There's a little detail I might have forgot. Give me a second. So, he kills Bruce at 4:20. Or at least goes in there. The door, he could have held the door open for him or something, I guess. He calls Edgeworth to... hides the body somewhere. Calls Edgeworth. Edgeworth obviously brings his car. Hides the body in Edgeworth's car without him noticing. And then gets Lana to... When was this taken? Gets Lana to stab the body with a witness to make it look like she did it. Why do we have this rubber glove? Wait, what is this? Why do we have this? What is this? What? Okay. Okay, well this isn't useful. Okay, so it might be the ID record? Oh, right. That's what held the door open. Okay, the jar... I don't know. That's from the old case. All of this is for the new old case. I'm gonna say the ID card record. Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm like, what else could it be? It has to be that because the 777 is his. It's the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of this crime. There is an ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Gant's office requires a code to open. 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... Afraid so, Your Honor. The code was... 7s. Same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant. Oh. I'm surprised that actually got to him. I was expecting him to be like, well, that could mean anything. That could just be a coincidence. 7 is a good number. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Hold on, I need another sip. Order! Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The Fed's search of my office was in violation of regulations. We will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm the chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me. When you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone. As I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be there with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. Trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? Escape, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Victim met with Chief Gant. The lost item report? Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filed a lost item report. You'd have to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you were in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it? How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, he'd accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him. There was no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered Boar Goodman. Yeah. Exactly. But wait! Chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. No, oh my god! I think he just got smited by God. Oh my god. Can someone see if he's still alive? I think he was just struck down. I mean, that's a good thing for us, but it's, like, scary that it happens. It didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime for no one in their right mind. What chooses the police department as the place to commit murder? Oh, that was a continue. I thought he was saying, you're not in your right mind, you're freaking crazy, dude. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. That victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you! Take this dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. I thought that was just a useless clue to taking up space, but, The parking stub? What's another useless item that I own? The shoe? Maybe this... How could Chief... Have Chief move the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. I guess because he used Edward's car, the parking stub. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. Parking stub? Miles Edgeworth. You mean? The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. Yeah, I was saying, he called Edgeworth over, said, oh, hey, look at you, take this, screwdriver, mess with this for a bit, while I go mess with something, and then he put the body in his car, and then when Edgeworth left, he went back to the prosecutor's office. You wanna hear something crazy? Tell me something crazy. The body was moved by that car. You mean I carried the victim's body? I mean, I don't know how you didn't realize that. Yes. Wait, even you know. I didn't plan on returning to my office. The ceremony finished that day. But you did return. Tell me why. Ha. Was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The mobile version of the parking ticket does not work here. You have to show the screwdriver. Oh, that's messed up. Because I wouldn't have thought about the screwdriver. You told me you wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. So you see, what you're really taking to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver. The victim's body in your trunk. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you ask Edgeworth to transport evidence for a closed case? There's like one possible explanation. You transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal in the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back at the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This is not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It's exactly the opposite. Photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please, say something. I believe... Your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We've gotta get going if we're to make it time for the early bird special. But cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? Police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That's not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're just gonna run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? If you've had any conclusive evidence, he would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had law to dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. Say it again, Mr. Wright. Mr. Damon Gant is current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor? Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body? No, I'm gonna be real with you. No, that was from 2 years ago. No. No. It's no use in showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. Humph. Siaji. In that case... this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Raito. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Edgy, I'll leave the rest to you. Oh my god. Why did he just straight up disappear? I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to your senior officer's nation's law enforcement agency. Ah! My 2 bars of hell! Lady Luck. Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. You haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. Lady knows the truth. Another witness. Absence of conclusive evidence. The only method is proof of his testimony. Chief Gant invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions. Raised in this trial, someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Humph. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? I mean, yeah, there... It's either... It can't be Emma. Okay, it's Lana. Because he said... Lana... Well, let me click. Lana Sky! The defendant? Miss Lana Sky? She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders... Mr. Edgeworth? Prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess of the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on. I was like, dang, that's a quick further. Like, we just got here. It's only been an hour. Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lana. Talking to Lana, I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be prepare for unforeseen consequences. I've recently played Half-Life 2. There will be terrible consequences. Your Honor, the Chief of Police is making an open threat. That's right, I'm making an open threat. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. Of course, you'd never support such an outrageous claims anyway, right? There's something to think about. Alright then. Toodles! I'm back. Welcome back. Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief. He's something else, that boss. Detective Gumshoe! I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Ah, don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. What do you mean? Hey, it's me! Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it that he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said? Chief, that is right is not to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risks? What do you mean by that? Simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. The meaning he forfeits his right to say anything, too. Hi, I'm over it. Hi, I realized I found a legal loophole that means they can't legally arrest me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she's heard anything that's been going on. Emma! Hey! Sorry for accusing you of murder. No hard feelings, right? I'm over it. It was the truth. You know what's funny? I almost feel like somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. I think all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. Forced herself to do everything and anything to the chief told her to. That must be why she seemed so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. It's technically manslaughter if it wasn't intentional. If you want to blame anyone, pal, blame society. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery. He can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back to the final act. Why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there. And Lana tells the truth. Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. To be continued. Could I finish the game right now? It's 10:20. Could I beat this? Don't you? Oh, wait, no. I was reading a message from a while ago. It just wasn't updating. Never mind. How much longer do you think this will take? You know what? Screw it. Let's just get it over with. Oh, that was just saving the game. I want to play the Great Ace Attorney and or Apollo Justice. And if it gets too long, we can just pause it in the middle of a... Excuse me. We can stop at any time, really. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? Hold on, let me take another sip. Miss Lana Sky, you're the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all I've done for these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Well, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister, even if I get sent to juvie for murder. Remember, it happened when I was 15, so they'll probably go easy on me. It's okay, Lana. I'll just make the judge feel really bad for sending me to jail, and so he won't do it. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. And the only chance we have to get Gant. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure? Your Honor, I'm confessing to capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana! This is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the— That's what I've been saying! Please, Mr. Wright, you gotta help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. Oh god, what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Emma, did you just read my mind? Don't worry about it. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, there's no time to start second-guessing myself. Recommend this be another— I just started, man! An hour and a half. Or, no, not even, just an hour. That's 11:30. I can do it. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this black— oh, right. Fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. It had nothing to do with Emma. Well, why? How would— say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? No. Seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed of was possible. In reality, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change the statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that's so, what happens to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, I was lying on the floor a little distance away. It's probably knocked away in the struggle. Game is okay, but I know a better one. Oh yeah? What would it be? That's not how it went down. Don't just protect me. After all, this is what everything boils down to. Time for dice monsters. I'll have to check that out. I planted the tip. Why? You planted the tip and you moved the body. Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. Always had a good head on your shoulders. Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? Where you deduced it was by Chief Gant's desk. The body was found by your desk. Why'd you move it there? Reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. Reason this guy moved the body. What? He says the jar, you mean... Yes, the one... That wretched jar you showed us earlier. Or to show that Dark committed the crime. It felt it more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, jar was already... Of course it'd have been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would have been clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. Wait. So, you just contradicted herself. She said it was the... Wait, so was it... How did you find him dead? What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Big contradiction here somewhere. You know, I committed this fabrication completely alone. Huh. How would he have written it in blood if it was shattered?
Objection!
Miss Guy, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that's the truth, if that truth were exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. Significant contradiction within your testimony. Contradiction in my testimony? Justified that I quote, pieces of that jar shattered during the events threatened my plan. That's right. Do you have a problem with that? Neil banging out the tunes, oh yeah! Oh, it is that day! Hold on, let me find it. Neil banging out the tunes. Happy anniversary of... I don't want to post an entire Reddit link, I just want the picture. Happy anniversary of Neil banging out the tunes. This is such a wonderful image. God, this... I can't believe this photo is 20 years old. Man. Come back to a rat. Hey, that's not just any rat, that's Neil. And he's a musician. Man. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. It's simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And that's where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not even been broken before he died. Couldn't have written him his name on a shattered jar. Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed regarding this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor. Seems you're as in the dark as we are. About the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at that truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. It was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. I mean, you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I was a chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. I have a cowboy cat OC based off Jake. Marshall? I mean, he is a pretty cool cowboy. I can't look at profiles. I'll never remember what he looks like ever again. Sad. Immediately noticed blood traces on the jar. Okay. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. Certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case, but not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. Didn't have time to check it out. Okay, makes sense. Why? Right, this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana. Only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up pieces. If I was large, I sure got them all. How could you see where the power was out? Should have been pitch black in that office. Detective was always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. I even carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got the last piece. Why? So you legally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. Get to the bottom of this incident. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. She's really putting up a fight. She's really care about you. So she's not doing this right. She's not doing this the right way. Fragments were large. I'm sure I got them all wrong. Oh, where's the face?
Objection!
Final one was found in the Chief Gant's office. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you are unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. Chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night of Prosecutor Marshall's was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant simply have missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are far too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my blouse all along. Can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? This witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that! There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide about that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! No! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is that action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? Haven't seen much Ace Attorney in a while? Well, you're about to see it end. This is like the end of the last case. So on the bright side, that means I get to play more Ace Attorney games. I'm still trying to decide if I want to play Apollo Justice or The Great Ace Attorney next. Maybe we should do a poll. Oh, but I really want to see Clavier. My friends have been hyping him up. Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her as his aide, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet. Ow! Girl, are you okay? Do we need to get you another bandage? Jesus. Oh, I did it on my own. Please, sis, I'm trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem like the type who likes to twist the truth. But... wait a minute. What if I am lying? What if we're still smack wait a minute. We're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe you're right after all. What do you mean, Wright? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But evidence was fabricated behind your back. Then my accident to killing a prosecutor marshal might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Who really died that day? All right. The witness may testify once more for the final time. I'm sick of having to get people testify for the same thing 3 different times because they keep lying. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor. Sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. What? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? Me? The book? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. Thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright truly does have faith in you. Is it... Hold on. Is it in the book? No, I'd like to... Can I open it? I don't remember receiving any pic... the book? Here... Oh, now I can open it. Can I... Peel. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mr. Wright! That cutout piece from his vest, could that be? Oh, it was cut out before Lana showed up. Whoever fingerprints are on there must be the real murderer. What? But whose fingerprint? Yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? I think that's the most gruesome photo we've seen. Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. When I arrived, I found the... Excuse me? Come now, Udgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant? What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? I'm afraid I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back and relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Jesus! Oh, I'm sorry, did I freak out? Oh, what we were talking about? Why don't you think I'm worried? This case got dark real quick. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. Then why are you here, man? Get out. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. And I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. What you mean? You still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. Someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? I mean, I tried to present it earlier and you said no. You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is that true, Mr. Wright? Oh, I need another sip. But I think this evidence is all. This evidence has to be forged because it was cut out after Lana. Why am I so sorry? After Lana arrived at the crime scene. I mean, before Lana arrived at the crime scene. I show that evidence now. Was sure to be made out as a murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, please present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? Can't afford to make... Should I present... I mean, I have to, but I could probably turn it away against him. Yes, Your Honor. You have further evidence. Oh, right, time to finally show it to him. Prints have got to be the Chiefs. Can I tell you? Oh, yeah, sure. Am I making the mistake here? Am I gonna get the bad ending? Because I'm thinking, show them this. They're like, oh, Emma did it, Emma did it. But then I go, but wait. Oops. The book. can't show them yet. Why not? You know which item to show. Mr. Wright. If you're not sure, then think through it again. How can you use that evidence to your advantage? What do I do now? Do I say no? Because they... Because I'm thinking I do show it. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Chief Gant? You opened my safe. You know what you took was... You know you took what was inside, the conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we're rage baiting him. I see. Mr. Wright, why don't you show him? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know those fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. I mean, you had this in your safe. What? That means you... Chief Police! I've been concealing evidence! That's going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department! Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay up with her sister, then... that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Skye. I told her to arrange all the evidence. Had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. I tampered with the crime scene. I had 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe? But why? For instance? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. It's about letting anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by done luck. See this fragment? I had the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana. Didn't want to wipe the blood off the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, who's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Oh, some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. I mean, this piece of cloth. Come now, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. It's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. When the truth was finally arrived. Well, now do I show it, or do I continue to rage bait him? Do I show him? I couldn't. Now I have conclusive evidence. Okay. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present you now. Alright, then let's see this conclusive evidence. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece off the victim's vest. Oh, yes, at least you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, prosecution requests that immediately sent for lab analysis. Handprint on the leather must have left a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? Could not have been forged. Must have been authentic. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could forge that if you tried hard enough. You just gotta smack the leather with their hand. He took the body, like, laid it, put it on the armor stand, then just took unconscious Emma and just smacked her hand on it as hard as he could. Oh, you're as slow on the uptake as ever worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence, but he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever's fingerprints belong to this must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. Do I... Do I rage bait him? It's you! Chat, honesty or rage bait, what do we choose? Do it? Wait, do it as in say it was Emma or rage bait him? Just do it. That doesn't answer my question. I'm scared. I don't know. I can't decide. Take the hit. I don't... It was cheap hit. We're rage baiting. No, he's lying here. They'll discover the truth. The judge didn't even penalize me there. I just took psychic damage for a reason. My soul just took damage. Oh, hold on, my alarm's going off. Shh. Shh, shush. Anyway. Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why did you tell me? Phoenix penalized himself. He's an honest man. Oh, really something, righto. You knew the girl did it all along. You still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic but true. Doggy? Where are you seeing Doggy from? That was my alarm. I can show you a picture of my dog. Look at my dog. Look at my dog. Look at my dog. Doggy. That's my Toby. My Toby Bobby. He's 17. He's old. He's ancient. But he's still kicking. My doggy. Let's just take a moment to look at all these pictures again. I love them. Sometimes he likes to hide under the table for some reason. I don't know why. That's my other dog. Charlie. He's a menace. Bye, doggy. That's when we tried to put a cowboy hat on him for Halloween. That was a long time ago. There's a treat he's about to snap up off screen. That's why he looks like that. And that's when he got back from, the dog hotel when we were on vacation. He was exhausted. Oh, my doggy. Oh, my doggy. Okay. Anyway. Back to Emma getting accused of murder. Hold it. How could you? You monster! Miss Skye. You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Skye, it's not over yet. What? You said this trial's not over yet. Huh, but I'm afraid it's over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? I'm waiting for you to finish. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? What's that? Really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall. What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? And that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains critical contradiction. What? Contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, the piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Oh, the piece of evidence, it's the picture, right? It's after he died. What exactly is this supposed to be? I mean, it's after, not after, it's obviously after he died, but it's after Lana took the, it's after, before Lana took the picture. There we go. Getting my timelines confused a bit. This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. In fact, you pointed out. See where the piece of his vest was cut? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. It's only natural. His lungs are no doubt punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth... Oh, that's what you're getting at. I was just saying it in the timeline. Wait, there's no blood on it. Huh? Some of his fingerprints are on this cloth. There's no doubt she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at the time. No, that's nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. So, then tell me, who could have it been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? Make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. jar they had then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. Make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? There's a very active creating insurance. You just proved that you were the actual murderer. Oh, no! I can't scream no, it's too late at night. It's 11 p.m. I can't be screaming. Who's objecting? Oh. oh, close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order. Order! What nonsense is this? Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Reggie? Or the old Righto here concealed that piece of that cloth. You have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Nope. I said at this point in time. Oh, because I couldn't prove. Well, that's true. Benz did refuse to present evidence. At the moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair! You actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Evidence law. It's time for me to reveal my plan that I definitely always had. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? Oh, right, because at the beginning he's like, oh, evidence law, you can't present that, it's nothing. There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence. No, Edgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward you can't really believe. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. You refuse to present evidence. You can prove that conduct was not in violation of law, then do so now. Look at this cute little bird, Mr. Judge. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. That goes without saying, it cannot have approval from the police department. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for you to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? It was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. No. It was then that you approved this cloth. As conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. Oh my god, he's going light speed. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Good for nothing scum. 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Your crime wasn't exactly petty. I wanted to reinvestigate the case. You recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Remember when I said that? Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. Wanted to file a lost item report. I went to him to the evidence room. All of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? Can't transfer the evidence out. There's too many unanswered questions left. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm gonna hand this all over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me. But I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when he saw it. That accursed knife. Couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was wearing so much throughout the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. Bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. You put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Huh? Leaving the prosecution's guard aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Well, she has as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. Why'd he kill the first guy? So he took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. That animation was running at 30 FPS instead of 15. Oh, was it supposed to go even faster? That's funny. I didn't have time to pick and choose what to take. So, left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah, looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why did you stand in court? Why do you stand in court? Me? I despise criminals. You can feel it, you and me. We're the same. What is this, like, crappy Marvel villain dialogue? You and me aren't so different, you and I. That's the boo. You ruined it. You blew it. That's like the oldest line in the book, dude. You can't be throwing that around, man. It's cringe. It's cringe. It's Marvel writing, dude. You can't be saying that. Marvel slot. Marvel slot. We're rage baiting you again. The animation was not supposed to run that fast. Okay, but consider this. It was really funny that it did. It makes him look even more unhinged. Personally, I think he should have gone even faster. He should have been like... His hand should have clapped every other frame. It should have been like barely visible to the human eye. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Damon was supposed to clap 2 times a second, not 2 times a frame. Ah. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator, an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are now gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. Him too, I guess. These two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There's 2 things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. I mean, she kind of knocked that guy out, but that's like nothing burger compared to killing a man. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Skye, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All I've done these past 2 years, and the time I had Gant help me forge evidence until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I guess we never knew why he killed that guy. The first guy. Why am I like... Okay, never mind. It was like moving really robotically for a second. So like... Oh, it was for power. Okay, killed Marshall, framed him. Okay, so it was just a crime of opportunity. I see. I'm sorry, Miss Skye. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what nice standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, You just might make it to the top. Smile. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. You've suffered every bit as I have. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over the past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems good self-examining is in order for all of us. Sky, yes, Your Honor. You're innocent of the murder, however, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? Because I'm not being sent to jail for murder. It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky not guilty. Yippee! That is all. Court is adjourned. February 25th. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? My long face! Sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. At least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit! It's not that. Just now after the trial ended. You can see why Mia thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Remember when I said that 2 minutes ago? Remember when I said this like less than a minute ago? You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all round while on duty. Top it off. Come here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pal. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. Came here today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Hey, it's me. Lana! Should you be doing this? Still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped in that mess. Sis. I asked Grant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It's the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. Well, now we know why it looks like he's trying not to laugh. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. I was scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you're only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. And hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. Everything's okay now. I'm over it. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. Now you have. You're going to jail, but, you know, it'd be like, what, some parole? I don't know what the legality of this is. Oh. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find our way back to our rightful path. As from there, we can move on towards a brighter future. Who am I talking to? At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright? Mr. Gumshoe? Me? Thank you both for all you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right? Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come up. Dude, get over here. Why was he hiding? He was just, like, peeking from behind a corner. I just came to say, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth, we literally just had a moment where we could we're like, wow, you could correct your mistakes and become a better person. Oh, alright. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. Remember when I said this? Despise criminals, I can feel it, you and me were the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you go at it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. When I fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. Edgeworth is really good at handling professional relationships, but nothing else yet. Scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. Yeah, I'm bringing him up too. We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. They both made the same mistake. Being criminals. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. We're working together with Mr. Wright. Because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Was this a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Oh, yeah, when we put the pieces of the pictures together. That's the picture I drew. Counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Sorry, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore him his picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, you'll excuse me. There's still some loose ends I need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Don't worry about it. Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. And then it's up to you. I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Seems we have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, it's a little something for you. Oh, scientific investigate. Oh, little birdie. Oh, it's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And for me, I think it's time I started a new journey on my own. Journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. See, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this, but... Oh, you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe the guard of it in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Oh, yeah. You see, Mr. Wright here is the one who we footed the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, I was hoping I would get to blow it off. I arranged for a friend of mine to... I hope she'll be pleased to study in her top corner. As for me, this affair is pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Wow, what an amazing case. I hope Edward doesn't do something impulsive and ridiculous and be gone for a year and not tell anyone. That never happens. Oh, yikes. Can you slow down, please? If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard. My partners keep keep an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someone's... I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe. I'd like to see Lana and Emma Sky working together, but Emma works on her own, sadly. Oh. Lana's still in jail. She did forge a lot of evidence. Oh god. He's still here. The blue badger has died. Umiyaki Sato. There's a lot of programmers. Guess that makes sense. What is it? Can't you see him out of... Slow down. They stuck steak in there. Oh god, but it looks like he did it. Even gave Bambina back her smile. Can make sure Billy and the gang give water. Looks like you won't be seeing each other for a while. Oh, we will be seeing. As for Wogiff, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. Top layer tastes as bitter as defeat. Let's slow down. I can't read that fast. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. The jailers saw the prisoner have a knife. No, he's just eating that with his bare hands. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left. Anyway, he said he's been doing something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to do, so I better be. Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go. Top layer's awful, but bitter doesn't necessarily mean awful. Bitter can be a bit good. Ah, nothing soothes the soul like a fresh country air. Sometimes I still do miss hearing you and your objection, so I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya! Afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. Wish this could go a bit faster. Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, that's not Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought your tea. What's going on? And that's it for Ace Attorney Trilogy. Man. It's hard to believe it's over after all this time. Thanks for coming to see me off. Can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. And... oh, hold on, let me... hold on, Theo. I did. Aww. That wasn't just... Yeah, that was the bellboy from the first game of the second case. Yeah, I recognized him. From the Gatewater. I got 2 achievements! I beat the game. And with that, that's gonna be Ace Attorney. I'll have to decide which game I want to play next. It's gonna be either The Great Ace Attorney or Apollo Justice. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you next time with, probably Tomodachi Life. That's Thursday, yeah. Thursday. But there is something I do want to let people know. It's kind of exciting. I guess there's only one person watching, but, you know. Wednesday I have a job interview. Not for a game company like I'm trying to get, but, you know. Just for a local grocery store. So it'll be nice to have, like, some actual work again. But that may mean that streams will become less, like, not available. Like, I won't be able to stream as much as I used to. Then again, with when the AC went out and I wasn't able to stream for a while, that also put it into my streaming plans. But yeah, I'll figure it out as I go along. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Look forward to Tomodachi Life, which is probably gonna be, the 16th. So, 3 days from now? Oh, actually, a lot has happened that week. Wednesday, I have my job interview. 16th is Tomodachi Life, and then the 17th, that's Half-Life. HLVR AI2 Part 2 is coming out. Exciting. Anyway. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you later. Peace out.